I believe this is the biggest playoff loss in Celtics history. And here's what I mean. It's not in weight of gravity. They've lost finals before. In terms of quantity, like you didn't just lose a series, but you lost your chance to defend the title. You lost Jason Tatum for the following season. And now the run probably ends because of all of this, that the amount, if you add up all the things that are now going to be lost as a result of losing this series, I'll just throw the cherry on top from an emotional standpoint. Boston losing to New York probably sucks to any person in New England.
When you consider the fact that not only did they lose a playoff series, they were universally favored. I don't even think you would have struggled to find 5 out of 100 Knicks fans that had the Knicks winning series. Like that is how favored they were. Exactly. Point case. Combine that with you just not only lost Jason Tatum for a year of basketball at 27 years old, by the way. This, like, everyone's comparing this to other injuries. It was 27. KD was like 32. But also, like, in a lot of people's heads, the plan this summer, even if they had won the title this summer, there was going to be a trade because second apron team, it would be their third year. If they did it again next year, that's just not sustainable. Obviously, there's going to be moves. Now you run into the problem of you could have had the plan to trade one of your big contracts this summer, compete again, then trade another big contract next summer. There is no compete again next year now. Could you compete in the playoffs? Could you make a conference finals run? I still believe they can. They keep Jaylen Brown. They keep their pieces. I still think they're good enough in a relatively weak Eastern Conference, just comparatively, right? Like I think
wide
they
open.
have the talent. Yeah. Exactly. Competing for a championship without Jason Tatum is almost impossible. You need a top 10 player, top 5 player in the NBA to compete for a title. Usually, like by and large, you just do. And without that, do you bother keeping, everyone's throwing around Drew and Kristaps. Like, do you bother keeping them both? Do you just get it out of the way and trade them both now? And so you have an extra year of retooling and figuring stuff out? Like probably. And that also means the end of something that started 2 years ago and won a championship and the end of this group of people. And do you trade, Hauser now? What do you get back for those guys? Trade Jalen? I think no, but like people are going to say that now. It has completely changed the scope of Celtics history, like in 1 second.